Thank you very much, Dr. Mombeshora, the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution for Harare Metropolitan Province, Honorable Tawengwa in absentia, the Minister of Health and Child Care of Zimbabwe, whom I've already addressed, the Executive Director of the United Nations Population Fund, Dr. Kenam, the Executive Director of UNAIDS, Bianyima, Society for AIDS in Africa and ICASA 2023 President, Dr. Parere Nyatwa, other Honorable Ministers of Health from Africa who may be here, Chief Secretary for the President and Cabinet, Dr. Martin Rushwaya in absentia, senior government officials, Regional Director for Africa, World Health Organization, Dr. Moweti, development partners who are here present, distinguished conference delegates, members from the media fraternity, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. It is indeed my singular honor and privilege to address you today as we prepare to conclude the 24th International Conference on AIDS and STIs in Africa, whose theme, and I quote, just to remind you, AIDS is not over. Address inequalities, accelerate inclusion and innovation, unquote. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the participants who have dedicated their time and expertise to this very important event. Over the past few days, stakeholders have engaged in meaningful discussions, shared knowledge, and explored innovative approaches to combat the HIV/AIDS, other sexually transmitted infections, and emerging epidemics in Africa. What has been very, very clear from the onset is that AIDS certainly is not over and should remain on the priority list of governments, partners, donors, communities, and all stakeholders. It is our hope that the outcomes of this conference will generate incisive research, influence policy development, and lead to implementation of effective prevention, of effective treatment, and ultimately eradication of the epidemic. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of this conference, it is crucial that we reflect on the progress we have made and acknowledge the challenges that lie ahead. Indeed, great milestones have been achieved in this fight against HIV/AIDS and other sexually transmitted infections, as well as Ebola and other emergencies. While we celebrate the significant advancements achieved, we must also remain vigilant in our quest to eliminate these diseases from our society. As Africa, let us continue to invest in strong health systems that provide accessible and equitable health care to every individual, regardless of their socioeconomic status or geographic location. The fight against HIV and AIDS, STIs, and Ebola should not only focus on medical interventions, but also address the social determinants that fuel the spread of these diseases, such as poverty, gender inequality, and stigma. In so doing, it is important that we leave no one behind and promote innovation to solve the problems. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, in his opening remarks at the beginning of this conference, implored on the need to support indigenous medicines, harnessing the vast natural resources that Africa is endowed with. Therefore, a vibrant African traditional medicines, pharmaceutical industries should be put in place so that we have scientifically viable medical products tailor-made for our people. Intra-Africa collaborations and partnerships should be upscaled as we advance our response to the fight against HIV, AIDS, and other emergencies. The responsibility to build our continent and to resolve its challenges lies in us, hence the mantra, African solutions for African problems. Therefore, we disperse from this place. As we disperse from this place, let us explore the various opportunities that lie in our African God-given resources, the flora as well as the fauna, amongst others. Truly, together we can make a real difference. Ladies and gentlemen, the conference has reminded us of the importance of implementing comprehensive and evidence-based prevention strategies that prioritize key demographic groups, that includes young people, sex workers, and people who use drugs. And by adopting a multi-sectoral approach and involving all stakeholders, we can create an enabling environment that fosters healthy behavior and empowers individuals to take control of their sexual and reproductive health. Ladies and gentlemen, I am particularly encouraged by the emphasis placed on the strengthening community engagement and involvement. Community-led responses have proven to be effective in raising awareness, reducing stigma and discrimination, and improving access to prevention and treatment services. Let us support and amplify the voices of those who are most affected by HIV and AIDS, STIs and Ebola, so that their lived experiences can also shape our policies and indeed our interventions. As I conclude, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the organizing committee, the sponsors, and all the volunteers for working tirelessly to make this conference a success it has been. I also extend my appreciation to our international partners for their unwavering support in our fight against HIV, AIDS, STIs, Ebola, and indeed all other emergencies, as our memories of the losses we suffered at the hands of COVID-19 are still very grim, yet fresh. We feel truly privileged as Zimbabweans to have hosted you. It is my fervent hope that you will leave this conference inspired and energized to continue work in your respective countries, united in our commitment to achieving an AIDS-free generation. Together, we can build a future where no place and no one is left behind, as we all enjoy good health and well-being. I want to wish you all safe travel as you return to your countries and homes. Ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2024 to you all. And Jenny Mercies, thank you.